Happy December 5th to whichever sign we're going to go ahead and do next. I'm like not even prepared for this. We're going to do it now. Let's see who we've got going next. You already know, of course. Let's see. Who's next? What? Taurus. This is huge because I feel like this is so in alignment with what my morning was. So we're going to do Taurus. I love you, Taurus. Let's go ahead and get some cards out for you. Happy December to all my Tauruses. I know you love this time of year because it's all about feeling all the things, the weather, the people, the love, the vibes, the gifts and things received. It's just all good. So Taurus, I'm feeling like very at peace and in my body. Like I'm feeling like life moves around me and I hold nothing. So love that. Let's see, Taurus, what's your overall December 2025 quick messages for you guys. Oh my god, there's way too many. Love it. It's still like so much, but we're gonna take it. Okay. So this is so crazy. So Taurus, you're super in alignment with the year of the snake. Obviously, I feel like this is very like, again, the Taurus Scorpio axis is always so important because you're the other side of transformation. It's like you're the value that comes from like the transformative process, or the value that is essentially like eternal value. And so no matter how much you've evolved, or like December is about to show you, like again, I'm gonna spread my wings, sweet. It's like the vibes. It's your chance to shine. Taurus, it really is. So we're going to talk about your evolution. The other fun, crazy part about this is there's a lot of air energy and storm energy, so this is great. So you've got wind, alternate realities, which is the storm card, and then your path to service, right? So I can definitely tell you that the year for you, Taurus, moved in 3 parts. First started like you started the year out, let's talk about January, if you will. Started the year out feeling like a leaf in the wind, feeling like you were just blowing and blowing around, and it felt like, what? This doesn't even make any sense. Then there's like a second movement to your year where it was like, I just feel like I'm in an alternate reality. Like it felt like the task was going back and like rewriting code, because once you like get taken over with the wind, it's like you got time to go back, and this is like a deep message. It's like you had time to go back in time travel and basically like essentially like rewrite the destiny, because then and only then, again, this is like an evolutionary process, this is a transformative process, then it got you actually able to do your path of service. So it's almost like those 3 parts. It was like it took like a destructive wind force. It almost feels like the tornado, like blowing all the pieces around. And then it's like there's a part in your year, in the midway through your year, it was like you're realizing like you have all this alternate stuff now in your thing, so you're trying to make sense of that. And now I feel like, you know, with the clarity of, you know, Saturn moving direct in Pisces, you're able to like be like, okay, now all these pieces make sense. I see what my path of service like clearly illuminates. Like it's like, again, today, like this morning, I had such a beautiful just like full moon in Gemini. I like truly just like spent it like making love. I think that was like the most, I think my day was set up the way that it was. Like I've been doing like doubles and stuff in my job and closing really late and stuff and traveling late. And it's like wet and cold and blah, 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 blah. And all those things are kind of dragging just because like the love that I was making under the full moon was like so revolutionary and just so like the main event. And what really felt like was, once I feel like the wind came and like deteriorated and broke down whatever chrysalis you were in, which also felt like walls that were up. Now this flow happens. You get what I'm saying? Where all of the internal waters, it's like the water from your heart to your external world is like flowing. So you're in that alternate reality. So let's just go ahead and see what your reading is, Gemini. Gemini, Taurus. Holy cow. Okay, so the amount of like God strength that you have at this time, this is so funny. I feel like this is like the bag chasing you, Taurus. Look at you. Because I think at this point, like all these opportunities, all of these like new initiatives, new stable offers it's completely switched. Like I said, I think you spent most of your year where it was like the wind had to come and like break down barriers. It blew in all this new stuff. All this stuff is now in your orbit. I think you just got to the place where you're like able to organize it through the retrograding, Saturn retrograde and whatnot, making new structures out of it. And now, you know, you've got yourself to a place where the water really flows to where it's like, this is kind of the disposition that you want to be in. You're empowered. You're also, your goal right now in the winter, you're super still into doing the hermiting thing. Like, I think a lot of these people are like, there's this maybe that in the past you used to always really chase. chase after is now like looking to find you. Is like, hey, and you're, look at you, Taurus, you're like over here like running to go like integrate your shadow and just be like very honest. And I think it just really speaks to how much like God's strength you've like acquired over the last course of this year, which really showed you that it's like, you know, I just feel like you really desire to be in symbiosis and really just flow with what the assignment is. And I think right now, Taurus, you of all people, is like you're not struggling at all, just like staying internal and doing the thing and realizing that this, because I think you come out of the cycle where you used to pine after this and then neglect aspects of like work on your wholeness and yourself. And then all you ended up realizing is like, if it's for me, it's still going to come. It's coming from me. So it's like, why would I? There are certain things that are about God allowing, and life really is just a giant allowance. Like you can just let things flow straight to you. So I think that you realize like, oh, the outcome doesn't change whether I do or don't work on myself. So I think you definitely learned by December that it's like, if I don't work on myself, however, the outcome won't change. I just won't be as far along in my own evolution. So there could be a lot of Tauruses, like I said, right now, where you get what I'm saying. It's like, you don't want to also be in the split where it's like your shadow, your integration, your internal self is like external of you, like something else is integrating its shadow and you are only holding that which you've been really pining after. So it's like a delicate balance of like needing both. And it would all have to do with like how strong this year has made you. Because it just, like I said, this 3-part movement of like a tornado coming in and then like it just feeling like you're like alien, like you were in like a place. I just feel like you spent a lot of the year feeling like very like outsider, extraterrestrial, and then it all concludes in this like restructuring of like your internal flow. So it like this was about breaking down walls that you had, breaking down like things where water would be withheld within. Yeah, I think another reason why like also I just feel like there's this big energy of like hey, and you're so taken by the path is because it also has to do with your spiritual truth. Like you also are really free at this time. Like I feel like you have enough in terms of like your awareness grounded like sense of value with God that you can really just stand in your spiritual truth at this time. You know what's owed. I just don't think anything can pull your focus away from what you do. Like this is the type of hermit that's like, I know why you're chasing me, I know why you're looking for me, I'm valuable, but also I'm only valuable and you're only interested in investing in me because of how much work I do. So I just keep hearing Camden Lake being like, I just keep on working. She gonna fuck it up, she gonna keep like you just keep on work. It's like what I'm doing right now is like, it doesn't even matter because that actually in the end, because I think this was the thing is like, maybe you spent most of this year really learning that it's like, okay, Taurus also doing the hyper focused on just like one thing. This is just one pentacle in your bush of many. So I think this is also like where people are realizing with Taurus, like where they're opening up, it's like, if one person likes me really deeply, it could be infinite. That could also be happening. In a lot of ways. And so once you mature in your spiritual truth, I just feel like there's just this position that it's like people are gonna have to get to know the new Taurus that's like so in flow, so grounded, so down to just experience whatever, but also like it's very seated. It's very like I'm very much just like mature in my spiritual understanding and spiritual truth. I have what it is that I have, and it's also like I just, like I said, I think this energy that's chasing you might be, this is a lot of like you might be their option, their one, but it's like to you've cultivated an abundance of a lot of things. And again, it's because maybe these people, this is like where Apple, I think they always used to say is like our competitors worry about Apple and we worry about being better than we were. And I feel like that's what it is. Like this energy outside of you is worried about you and how they're going to get to you. And that maybe used to be you, but now you're finally in that high vibration Taurus where it's like, and I'm worried about being better than I was. And so the real thing also, I wanted like a catch-22, if you want to like catch a Taurus's heart right now, is like, don't chase them. Don't like come for them. Just be better than you were yesterday and you'll naturally align. Like you're truly in that frequency now, because when you get to this genuine flow state where like everything you do is just like a service to the world and you don't even have to try, it's very, very important for you to understand this. Like, yeah, we don't have to, like, even when it comes to assembling relationships, assembling like what's for you, it's like you don't even have to. I don't want someone that's like, oh, it's you that I'm trying to like, because you're going to miss it. Taurus is already going to have evolved that. Like by the time you perfect your pitch to the Taurus has already evolved into something else. I just feel like there was a lot of that where like people keep trying to like, hey, wait, I'm trying to get it. And it's like by the time they get their little beams together, you've already integrated your shadow and become something else. So I don't think you intended to make this sort of like dynamic where it's like you're unattainable. But the truth is just so big for you. You've just always been able, and like I said, this is where herbivores are really up. Like if you know, everybody talks about how fast or slow the cow can go. But at the end of the day, the bull is constantly grazing in the grass. And at this point, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is because you've created a wheel of fortune. You really have. You have created an entire wheel of fortune, meaning you are at a place where it's like, when I'm down, when I'm up, I know how to command that which I want. This is a king. If your wheel of fortune is the king, that means no matter what, this is the person who knows how to spin it perfectly. Because sometimes you need to play your cards right and be like, no, don't cash out right now. Sometimes when you're putting yourself on a journal or making an evolutionary like path for yourself, you do want to take some, like sometimes it's like important to go through some hard knocks so that you can develop. Or so it's like, you know exactly when to execute that, when to put that into best, and how hard to spin something in order to like get exactly what you need out of it. If that makes sense. Yes, because in the recent past, the World card in reverse and then the Eight of Swords. I think this had a lot to do with like a cycle in the past that was like one that I just feel like you were like, when I'm at work and our computers are like jammed and they're not like uploading images, it's just like there's like this like spinning wheel that just lets you know that the computer's just like not, it's like certain photos are offline. And I just feel like there was just so much backdated, not processed information that was not like, this is all this is what I'm saying, Taurus, is like, I think your dynamic in interpersonal relationships is really changing. I think you're going to a much more independent place. Like I think people know Taurus is to be less self-sufficient. So I think like depending on what vibration you're at, 1111, it's like, you know, people used to think about how much you used to need the feelings that the things around you and outside of you could bring, but this is a totally different switch, because I think when this cycle was never closing itself, it's like you closed it yourself, and the way that you closed it was by being like, okay, new rule for me. When it comes to like things that I want, the only thing that I can really want is improvement. Only thing I can really want is to evolve myself. I can't even set my eyes on one person, because every time Taurus, you would be like, oh, this is the person I want to make this new friend, or I want to meet this person, I want to fall in love with this person. It's just it ends up being way too limited and way too small scale. So again, you're learning to more so set your sight on, instead of like trying to go after individual swords and then never getting clarity, because this is like a Taurus that's like, your life will wait up if you're always waiting on all these people around you to like be what you want them to be, do what you want them to do. And I think that's what you were learning, is it's like you're really understanding the idea of a path, and you just need to walk your path. Do you get what I'm saying? Ooh, this is huge. And you're finally transitioning to a portal, because you're also able to say no. You're also able to realize no one can even drag you into a dynamic. No one can even, it's like, this isn't ICT madness. This is like being able, this is like Taurus being like, you have to go through this portal first. It's like, because I think this is what Taurus is also doing. It's like, this is also it's like, I'm telling you, you are super attractive right now. Like this bag is chasing you, because you're the type of person, you're in your shadow. So you're literally like, yeah, I can show you all of it is, but I still decide as Taurus if I'm offering it to you. And that is a huge power. I mean, there's a big power with this wheel, because this is kind of like what my frequency is on right now. People getting fucked up with me. I'll tell you the whole playbook. I'll let you know what it can be for us, what I can give you. But everyone that comes up to me, as soon as they try to like think they can just go and grab one of my 7 cups, I'm like, that's hilarious. Because did you go through the portal of your heart? Did you go through the chariot? Do you get what I'm saying? Because this is someone who's like, you don't get any of this unless all aspects of yourself are in alignment. You know, because again, Taurus, there's no more people jerking you around. Like, again, at the end of the day, like, you are who you are where you are, you know, where you can lead. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, there's nobody who's about to walk you like a dog no more. Because it's like, people need to understand that there's all aspects of you. You're completely in command of your own life. And specifically the journey that you're walking is like, I don't mind being to myself. I don't mind, you get what I'm saying? Right. 6 of Wands in reverse, Taurus. Or 6 of Wands. 6 of Swords in reverse in the 5 of Wands. Swords. This is also about how in the near future, like, there are certain things that you can also, like, I'm really excited for you, because you're really in a release state. So in the near future also, the things that can't go forward, you're really excited, because like if something is misaligned, you're not overextending yourself anymore. This is just like totally the frequency. It's like there is no overextension. You're really comfortable now letting spirit be like letting other people see where they're not aligned, because again, Taurus, you're so valuable. It's all on display. You're all earth. So it's like we can just see with what you offer, how good it would feel to have it, how good it smell, taste, all of it, right? And so now I feel like when someone wants to scapegoat you or project onto you or use you or take advantage of you, now spirit's working with you. Because if now that you're in this flow, spirit can actually take these bitches who thought like they could, because this is someone who needs to drop off. They didn't cut off their own, they're in indecision. They're still in the win-lose paradigm, and spirit won't even let those people touch you. Spirit won't even let these people touch you. This is the part where it's like, also like I woke up today and I was like, oh, I don't even have to, spirit is so locked in with me. I don't even have to tell people my boundaries anymore. Like they're getting rejected. I just got to do my part to be like, is this enough? Like, there's nothing to do for anyone. There's no like help to be, there's nothing to volunteer to get, nothing right now. So again, for me, it's like, you know, when you get to that place, then it's like spirit can completely facilitate like I'm going to let these duds know like, girl, because again, this is that like, oh, I want to touch it. It looks so shiny. It looks so good. But you got to be self-aware. Like, are you there? Like, are you actually within yourself, like actually vibrating to that? Because Taurus, no thing, God is not even going to let anyone touch you anymore that isn't actually vibrating where you're vibrating. Like, you just won't even come across their frequency, which I think is just such a huge relief. Like, you won't have to see this stuff. Like, you can let it relax a little bit because you have a reason for everything you do. I also think this is a big era of like, I'm not over explaining myself anymore. Exactly. Because when we're talking about soulmates, this is also huge because I feel like you're able now to just keep your heart open. Like, I feel like I used to deal with this all the time as a Taurus, where it's like, I'm really open-hearted. Obviously, I'm really about touching, feeling, sensing the life that I'm living. You know, and this is all such a channel extemporaneous message, but it's like, I used to be so open-hearted with people, and then I would feel like it'd be that one person that's out of balance and is trying to just take more than they give, or they're not self-aware, right? They're not conscious to be like, yeah, but you really want to be around me, but you don't reflect me. So it's like, you want something that you aren't. And I feel like right now this is huge because spirit is completely helping you, like your spirit man is helping you so that these people, this dynamic that felt like it was never ending with certain people, can finally be put to rest, where it's like they're always chasing you, but the issue that the reason this is always being a following dynamic is because, again, you're now finally chasing evolution. You're finally chasing just being the better version of yourself and trusting that everyone who actually reflects that, because you don't have to hold on to anyone. Some people could be there for a day and be gone tomorrow. It's like very finicky with energetics, and you're also letting go of being so fixed in like, when it comes to loyalty, I think you're getting a much more fluid understanding of loyalty. Be loyal to yourself. Be loyal to what you want out of life. Like I told my husband, I was like, it's his birth month. And I was like, all month, I just want you to keep speaking the visualizations you want. Don't worry about exactly what we end up doing. Don't worry about making a set plan. Like, I want to go to the ballet and that's what I want to, like, just let yourself know, like, I want to be experiencing the arts. I want to be experiencing the finest food. I want to be experiencing nothing but love surrounding me. Those are things that you could put out, and it'll help you get into the mantra of being less fixated on it needing to be specific. Because I feel like you kind of have the opposite message, which is like, it doesn't even have to be any one thing, any one person. It will endlessly flow to you like a river, like life. And I think you're now setting that standard. You're setting that precedent. You're setting that like spiritual boundary. That's like, it's not that you're irreplaceable in my life, but I'm on a path. So if you're not on path with me, you're not going to be riding out with me, because you're not going to just use Taurus for whatever you need Taurus to be in your life. Taurus is walking their own path. So that's how I'm coming. It's like, I'm walking my own path. I'm doing my own thing right now. You know, if I came across you, that's the great part. But again, that old me is not there. And this is what I'm saying. You have left a lot of people in hell because you really had a metamorphosis. You transformed out of this, right? Like I said, this is that, like, people can see what you have. But again, it has to be deeper than that. Do you understand how deep and significant the Page of Cups, seeing something, sparking its intuition, something that it feels the need to follow? Do you know how deep that is? Because this is where you are. You have something now where you realize all I had to do was follow myself, my own guidance, to get here. Now you're at the Ten of Pentacles. People can see that. But what they don't understand is like, wait, you're no longer over here with the, no, we're not with the rah-rah and the roo-roo. Because nothing's that serious. And I think you know that. I think you know that no one's going to be able to play you, right? Because you used to fear this. It used to be your own stability. How solid of a person and how solid you are to the people you love used to really be something that you used to have fears around. But today, I'm telling you, it's happening inside of me where it's like, dude, I'm realizing something. I'm like, no more of me even being my hardest critic, especially when I'm Venus ruled. Like, you know, most people aren't living artistic lives in general because they don't have much Venus, you know, placements. So again, it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, you can never be like, what you do can't be nasty, you can't smell bad. That's never going to be that. And I'm just now coming out where I'm realizing, like, all this crowd, God's already, this is what I'm saying, they're getting taken back to where they got to go because you're not available. And it's as simple as that. God is also telling you, let it be light. Do not feel more obligated, because some of these people operate, like, again, Taurus, nobody comes up to you anymore dominating you. You're a big ass bull. Nobody can come up to you and be like, my disposition, my consciousness, where my attention is at is going to be predominant, especially when these guys are small fries. Like, a lot of these people that come up to you are way more toxic. All these 5 wands, they haven't learned things and mastered things that you have mastered. And so releasing that at this time to be like, you're showing people how to love you and how to treat you, because you don't, there's no response. There's nothing to say. You get what I mean? Holy shit. Page. Yeah. And I think the reason that all this is going as slowly as it is, this is what I'm saying. This is your outcome. You're sitting at your port, but you expect a lot of things. That's what I'm saying. The biggest message that I could tell you for December, Taurus, is like, don't put your anchor in too early. Expect that you have a lot of things falling back up, a lot of people falling back up, a lot of love coming back to you, a lot of internal healing and wholeness that you're coming into. So it means that because I think as all this trickles in, this is so many different things coming in backdated for you, Taurus. It's people who are shooting their shot with you creatively, new people who want to start a new creative cycle with you. It's people who have truths that they want to keep communicating with you, that they owe you, right? This is like that's also coming in. There's also your recognition as the star that's coming in, right? Like, that's huge in and of itself. It's like, you are the brightest star in the sky, huge. There's also the fact that you've reached the 10 of Cups with a partnership. That's also all-consuming. There's also the fact that you're now the King of Pentacles. You can now run whatever it is that you want to do. That's also coming in. There's also the fact that there's revelation, that the moon has big, huge things. Also, this is like confronting fears. This is like overcoming things. This is like, all that is also coming in. There's also that you in and of yourself have messages you really can quickly send out. You know what I mean? And the fact that now the Ace of Pentacles, God also has, there's something from the hand of God that's coming for you. So until you get all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those sectors coming in, don't over focus on any of the one things that coming in. So also when you're talking to people, it's like, if you meet new friends, like, friendship is like one sector of your life. So if someone thinks like, oh, I can easily tell, like, I'm the friend that Taurus was expecting to come in. So that's great. But don't let anyone play you. Continue to speak with the broadness. Continue to speak with the understanding that you really run an entire empire and that you have a lot of things coming into you right now. So, like, the reason it can't just be focused, I'm just telling people right now, this is not that era. Look at this dynamic. Sorry, Taurus can't focus on any one thing. They can't. It's just not this point. We're on a new path. We're on the path of service, and the services of self, like path to serving myself and being proper to myself and helping my own self with my own evolution. You know what I mean? And I can't budge on that. I'm already in my King of Swords about it. And so this is where I'm just saying, it's like, no matter which thing, what manifests, concretize, never stop this. Like, continue to stay in flow with the ecosystem, because this is just going to aggregate. It's going to be so much more than just one. Because I think as December rolls in, it's coming from starting to all trickle in, and it is very much a trickle sensation. But again, I just feel like you're in such good state. Let me just get one final overall message for you, Taurus. I don't even know how this went for you. I just felt that, yeah. This is what I mean. You can't, the most important thing I can say to you is, like, you're getting really awarded. You're really, like, it's just a lot of reception, a lot of, like, your own self coming back to you from regardless of, so it's like whatever you put out, you're getting back. But I think the most important thing for all Taurus is to know is, it's like, don't let any one of these opportunities that's coming back to you think that that's the only thing that's coming back to you, because it's not. Be very transparent about that, because I think also, like, you don't want to cause, like, at this time, like, a lot of people are dealing with a lot of stuff, a lot of collapses. People could be in different ethers, different fucking timelines, whatever. So you just want to make sure you know you did present that. I also want to provide you the surety. You did present yourself as someone who has a whole bush. So people, you don't even got to worry anymore about, like, the lower, like, I think coddling people and how their experience is going and creating experience. You don't have to do anything.